good afternoon. Welcome to Take Note Studio and to our first performance of My Fair Lady. We're glad that you're all here and you all got a seat this time. For Peter Pan, we were a little short, so glad that you all found a seat. And I just want to go over a couple of housekeeping things before we get started with the production. First of all, the kids are not individually mic'd. We're in various stages of learning about projection, and the kids are still learning about that. So it's really important that we stay as quiet as possible in here throughout the performance. So if you can make sure your cell phones are silenced, please. And also, if you have restless children, if you wouldn't mind just taking them out into the hall for a minute until they're ready to come back in. It just really helps us be able to hear what's going on stage. We will be having an intermission, I think about 30 or 40 minutes into the production, and at that time there are bathrooms down the hall and to your right, and then also we will be selling concessions at that time. We have beverages and snacks. Those are just by donation, so all donations that are given tonight through concessions or just general donations are used for our outreach programs here at the studio. Leslie and I are leaving in a couple of months to go to Amman, Jordan, where we will be teaching a music camp for children with special needs there, as well as working with some refugee programs with the Syrian refugees there, and doing some teacher training for the teachers at the school on how to use music therapeutically in the classroom. So your donations will help provide funds for that, as well as our work with the Crossing here in Manitowoc this summer. Our whole Kinder Music staff will be working and teaching at the Crossing, providing free Kinder Music classes for their families. So thank you for your generous donations towards that. All of the donations today will go to those two outreach programs. Also, I always love to mention at the beginning of every performance, our philosophy here at Take Note Studio is unique in that we have a no audition philosophy here. So all of the children that come and want to participate in theater get a part. And it is so much more about their growth and their individual process throughout the last few months and even years for many of these students, even more so than their performance here. While we do work very hard to give you a really excellent performance, it gives us much more satisfaction to see where these kids have come from, some of whom come and are not really hardly able to speak above a whisper to us, and yet are on stage here confidently performing in front of you, and that is just will benefit them in so many ways throughout their lives. So I just want you to keep that in mind as you watch this performance, which will be done very, very well, but it's so much more than that, and just be thinking about where these kids have come from, and that really gives us the most satisfaction as a staff. And then lastly, I just want to thank a few people and businesses who have sponsored this event. I need to look at my notes for that. C. Hafer Broadcasting, Just Orthodontics, Novak Service Center, Rose Colored Glasses, Towsley's, Alpert and Fellows, and CrossFit Manitowoc have all been able to contribute to this production and have made that happen. And I also do want to mention also Erin Kinnear, who has helped us organize all of the costumes for these plays this year, as well as Shannon Harrison, who has done fabulous backdrops and props, and then Mary Lazzaroni, who heads up all our backstage helpers and the work that goes on behind the scenes. So I just want to thank them as well. So, without any further ado, we bring to you My Fair Lady.
Taxi! Oh, look where you're going. 2 bunches of violets trotting the mud, a full day's wages. Buy a flower off a poor girl? I'm sorry, I haven't any change. Here, I can change if you have a crown. Here, take this for 10 minutes. I told you it. I'm all sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yes. It's 3 pence if that's any use to you. Thank you, sir.
Be careful. Better get from the car for it. There's a bloke here behind that collar taking down every blessed word you're saying.
I ain't done nothing wrong by speaking to the gentleman. I've a right to sell flowers if they keep off the curb. I'm a respectable girl, so help me. I never talk to him except to ask him to buy a flower off me.
Ow, don't start. What's all the boom and noise? It's a tack ticking it down.
Oh, shush! Who's hurting you, silly girl. Do I look like a policeman?
Then what'd you take down my words for? You just show me what you wrote about me. What's that? That ain't proper writing, I can't read it.
I can. Buy a foul for poor girl.
Oh, so don't let him lay a charge against me.
Charge? Really, sir? Anyone can tell the girl meant no harm.
He ain't no Ted. He's a gentleman. Look at his boots.
How are you people down in Chelsea?
Who told you my people came from Chelsea?
Never mind, they do. How do you come to be so far east? You were born in Lissing Grove.
What harm is there in me leaving Lissing Grove? It wasn't fit for pigs to live in.
Oh, live where you like. Just stop that noise.
Come now. He can't hurt you. You have the right to live wherever you please.
Where do I come from?
Hoxton.
Well, who said I didn't? Lemmy, you know everything, do you? Well, tell him where he comes from if you want to go fortune telling.
Cheltenham, Harrow, Cambridge, and, India.
Quite right.
Well, he ain't a tick. He's a booming busybody. That's what he is.
How do you do it, may I ask?
The science of speech is my profession, also my hobby. Anyone can spot an Irishman, but I can place a man within 6 miles. I can place him within 2 miles if in London, sometimes within 2 streets.
Is there a living in that?
Oh yes, quite a fat one.
Well, let him mind his own business and leave a poor girl alone.
Woman, cease this detestable boo-hooing instantly, or seek shelter from some other place. I have a right.
I have a right to be here if I like, same as you.
A woman who utters such disgusting and depressing noises has no right to be anywhere. Remember, you are a human being with a soul and divine gift of articulate speech.
No.
Look at her, a prisoner of the gutters, condemned by every syllable she utters. By right, she should be taken out and hung for the cold-blooded murder of the English tongue.
Ow!
Oh, heavens, what the sound! This is what the English population calls an elementary education.
Come, sir, I think you picked a poor example.
Did I? Hear them down in Soho Square, dropping H's everywhere, speaking whatever English they like. You, sir, did you go to school?
What did it take me for a book?
Well, no one taught him take instead of tyke. Hear a Yorkshireman, or worse, hear a Cornishman converse. I'd rather hear a chorus singing flat. Chickens cackling in a barn, just like this one.
God.
Gone. I ask you, sir, what type of word is that? It's owen gone that keep her in her place, not her dirty clothes or wretched face. Why can't the English teach your children how to speak? This verbal class distinction by now should be antique. If you spoke the way she does, sir, instead of the way you do, why, you might be selling flowers too.
I beg your pardon.
An Englishman's way of speaking absolutely classifies him. The moment he talks, he makes some other Englishmen despise him. One common language, I'm afraid, we'll never get. Oh, why can't the English learn to set a good example to people whose English is painful to your ears? The Scotch and Irish bring you close to tears. There's even some places where English completely disappears. Why in America they haven't used it in years? Why can't the English teach your children how to speak? Norwegians are taught Norwegian. The Greeks are taught the Greek. In France, every Frenchman knows their language from A to Z. The French don't really care what they do, actually, as long as they pronounce it properly. Arabians learn Arabian with the speed of summer lightning. The Hebrews learn it backwards, which is absolutely frightening. Use proper English, you're regarded as a freak. Oh, why can't the English learn to speak? Thank you. days? Well, sir, in 6 months I could pass her off as a duchess at the embassy ball. I could even get her a job as lady's maid or shop assistant, which requires better English.
What's that you say?
Yes, you insult to the English language. I could pass you off as the Queen of Sheba.
Oh, you don't believe that, Captain.
Anything is possible. I myself is a student of Indian dialects.
Are you? Do you know Colonel Pickering, the author of Spoken Sanskrit?
I am Colonel Pickering. Who are you?
I'm Henry Higgins, the author of Higgins' Universal Alphabet.
I've come from India to meet you.
I was going to India to meet you. Where are you staying?
At the Carlton.
No, you're not. You're staying at 27A Wimpole Street. You come along with me.
Right,
Buy a flower, sir? I'm sure for me lodging.
Liar. You said you could change half a crown.
Ow!
Shouldn't we stand up, gentlemen? We've got a Luminaris in our midst. Would you be looking for a good butler, Eliza?
Well, you won't do.
It's rather dull in town. I think I'll take me a carry. Oh, the missus wants to open up the castle for free. My doctor recommends a pencil by the sea. Wouldn't it be lovely? Where are you bound for this year, Eliza? Europe?
All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Lots of chocolate for me to eat, lots of coal making lots of heat, warm face, warm hands, warm feet. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Oh, so lovely, sitting up so blooming moodly still. I would never budge till spring crept over the windowsill, someone's head resting on my knee, warm and tender as he can be, who takes good care of me. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Lots of chocolate for me to eat, lots of coal making lots of heat, warm face, warm hands, warm feet. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Oh, so lovely, sitting absolutely still. I would never budge till spring crept over the windowsill, someone's head rested on my knee, warm and tender as he can be, who takes good care of me. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Lovely, 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 lovely.
Come on, Alfie, let's go home now. Huh? What do you want to go home for? My daughter Eliza will be along soon. She ought to be good for at least a half a crown. Poor father, what loves her?
Loves her? That's a laugh. You ain't been near her for months.
What's that got to do with it? What's half a crown after all I've given her?
When'd you ever give her anything?
I gave her the greatest gift a human being can give to another, life. Then I disappears and leaves her on her own to enjoy it. And if that ain't good for at least a half a crown, I'll give her what for.
You've got a good heart, Alfie, but if you want half a crown out of Eliza, you better have a good story to go with it.
Eliza, what a surprise.
Not a brass farthing.
Hey, you, come here.
I ain't gonna take my hard-earned wages and let you pass them on to a pub keeper.
God, Eliza, you wouldn't send me home your stepmother without a drop of liquid protection now, would you?
Stepmother indeed.
Well, I'm willing to marry her. Oh, come on, just sit your old dad just to have a crown. Come on.
Well, I had a little bit luck last night to wear, but don't keep coming around counting on that crown from me.
Thank you, Eliza. You're a noble daughter.
You see this creature with English that'll leave her in the gutters till the end of her days? Well, sir, in 6 months, I could pass her off as a duchess in the embassy ball. I could even give her a job as a lady's maid or shop assistant, which requires better English. What is it, Mrs. Pierce?
There's a young woman here to see you, sir.
A young woman. What does she want?
She's quite a common girl, sir.
Very common indeed.
I should have sent her away, only I thought perhaps you wanted her to speak into a machine.
Has she an interesting accent?
Simply ghastly, Mr. Higgins.
Good. Let's have her in. Send her in, Mrs. Arrow.
Very well, sir. It's for you to say.
You know, this is rather a bit of luck. I'll show you how I make recordings.
Good morning, my young woman, sir. Good morning, my good man. Might I have the pleasure of a word with you?
Oh, no. This is the girl I jotted down last night. I'm not going to waste another cylinder on the Listen Grove lingo.
Oh,
Now be off with you. I don't want you.
don't be so saucy. You ain't heard what I come for yet. Did you tell him I'm coming in taxi?
Nonsense, girl. Why do you think a gentleman like Mr. Higgins cares what you came in?
Oh, we are proud. Well, he ain't above giving lessons, not him. I heard him say so. If my money ain't good enough, I can take it elsewhere.
Good enough for what?
Good enough for you. I've come to have lessons. I have, and to pay for them, too.
When? And what do you expect me to say?
Well, if you was a gentleman, you'd ask me to sit down.
Pickering, shall we ask this baggage to sit down, or shall we just throw her out the window?
I won't be called baggage, not when I've offered to pay like any lady.
What do you want, my girl?
I want to be a lady in a flower shop, but they won't take me unless I can talk more genteel. He said he could teach me, and here I am, ready to pay him, and he treats me as if I was dirt. I know what lessons cost as well as you do, and I'm ready to pay.
How much?
Now you're talking.
What's your name?
Eliza Doolittle.
Won't you sit down, Miss Doolittle?
Don't mind if I do.
Now, how much do you propose to pay me for these lessons?
Oh, I know what's right. A lady friend of mine takes French lessons for 18 pence an hour from a real French gentleman. Well, you wouldn't have the face to ask for the same just to teach me my own language, so I won't offer a shilling. Take it or leave it.
You know, Pickering, if you consider a shilling as a percentage of this girl's income, it works out to be fully the equivalent of, 60 or 70 pounds for a millionaire. By George, that's the biggest offer I've ever had.
60 pounds? What are you talking about? I never offered 60 pounds.
Oh, don't cry, silly girl. Sit down. Nobody's going to touch your money.
Oh, here.
What's this?
It's to wipe your eyes. It's to wipe any part of your face that is moist. And don't confuse this with your sleeve if you wish to be a lady in a shop.
Higgins, what about your boast that you can pass off as a duchess at the embassy? I'll bet you all the expenses of the experiment that he can't do it. I'll even pay for the lessons.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You know, this is almost irresistible. She's so deliciously low, so horribly dirty.
I ain't dirty. I washed my face and hands before I come, I did.
I'll take it. I'll make a duchess out of her.
Oh.
We'll start today, this moment.
But, sir, you can't take up a girl like this as if you were picking up a pebble on a beach.
Why not?
Why not? But you don't know anything about her or her parents. She might be married.
God. There, as a girl very properly says, God.
Stop, Miss Higgins. I won't allow it. Go home to your parents, girl.
I ain't got no parents.
There, she ain't got no parents. Nobody wants her. She's no use to anyone but me. So take her upstairs.
But what's to become of her when you finish your teaching? You've got to think ahead a little, sir.
What's to become of her if we leave her in the gutters? Answer me that, Mrs. Pierce.
That's her own business, not yours.
Well, when we're finished with her, we'll throw her back in the gutters, and then it will be her own business again. That will be all right, won't it?
You got no feeling art in ya. You don't care about nothing but yourself. Here, I've had enough of this. I'm going, I am. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, you ought.
Have some chocolates, Eliza.
How do I know what might be in them? I've heard of girls being drugged by the likes of you.
I'll take one now. You take the other. There are boxes of them, barrels of them. They come in every day. You live on them, eh?
I wouldn't have ate it. It's just, I'm too ladylike to take it out of my mouth.
Just think of it, Eliza. Think of chocolates and dresses and taxis.
Come with us, Eliza.
That's right, Mrs. Pierce. Bundle off to the bathroom.
You're a great bully, you are. I won't stay here if I don't like it, and I won't let no one wallet me.
Don't answer back, girl.
If I'd have known what I let myself in for, I wouldn't have come here.
In 6 months, and 3 if she has good ear and quick tongue, I'll take her anywhere and pass her off as anything. I'll make a queen out of that barbarous wretch.
Get out of here. Go on, Doolittle, and remember Al's the paper, not drunk.
Thanks for your hospitality, George. Send the bill to Buckingham Palace.
Hey, Alfie, there's nothing else to do. I guess it's back to work.
Work? Don't you dare mention that word in my presence again. Look at all those blighters down there. I used to do that sort of thing just for exercise. Not worth it. Takes up your whole day. Don't worry. We'll get out of there somehow.
How do you think you're going to do that?
Same as always. Faith, hope, and a little bit of luck. The Lord above made man an arm of iron, so he could do his job and never sure. The Lord above made man an arm of iron, but with a little bit of luck, with a little bit of luck, someone else will do the blinking work. With a little bit, with a little bit, talking about?
You've got Eliza. Oh, you're a lucky man, Alfie Doolittle. Father. Don't know what interest. Well, Eliza has. Left in a taxi all by herself. Smart as paint, ain't been home for 3 days.
Go on.
Then this morning I got some message from her. She sends her things over to 27A Brown Country. Care Professor Higgins.
Well, Jamie boy, the sun is shining down on Elfie P. Doolittle.
You simply cannot go on board with her like this, making her say the alphabet from sun up to sundown. When will it stop?
When she does it properly, of course. Is that all?
Excuse me, sir. There's a dustman outside the door. Alfred P. Doolittle. He wants to see you. He says you have his daughter here.
Higgins?
Here.
I am here. I come about a very serious matter, Governor.
What is it you want, Doolittle?
I want my daughter. That's what I want.
Of course you do. I'm glad to see that you have some spark of family feeling left. She's in there, yes? Take her away at once. Mrs. Arrow? Ah, Mrs. Arrow. Eliza's father has come to take her away. Give her to him, will you?
Now wait a minute, Governor. You and me men of the world, ain't we?
Ah, men of the world, are we? Well, you better go, Mrs. Arrow.
I think so indeed, sir.
Now wait a minute, Governor. What I might be open to is an arrangement. I mean, what's £5 note to you and what's Eliza to me?
I think you ought to know, Doolittle, that Higgins' intentions are entirely honorable.
Well, of course they are. I thought they wasn't. Ah, that's 50.
Do you mean you'd sell your daughter for 50 pounds?
Do you what, have no morals, man?
No, can't afford them. Neither could you if you were as poor as me. Not that I mean any harm, mind you, but if Eliza's going to have a bit out of this, why not me too? Why not? I don't need less than a deserving man, I need more. I don't eat less hearty than one does, and I drink, well, a lot more. I'm playing straight with you. I'm undeserving, and I mean to go on undeserving. I like it, and that's the truth. Is £5 unreasonable? Well, I put it to you, and I leave it to you.
This is irresistible. Let's give him 10.
No, £10 is a lot of money, Governor. Makes a man feel prudent like. And goodbye to happiness. Just give me what I asked for, Governor. Not a penny more, not a penny less.
If we listen to this man for another minute, we'll have no convictions left. £5, I think you said.
Thank you, Governor, thank you.
I won't say those ruddy vowels one more time.
Blimey, I never thought she'd clean up so good looking. She does me credit, don't she, Governor?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Hey, you hold your tongue. Don't give any of these fine gentlemen your lip. If you have any trouble with them, with her, give her a few licks of a strap. Well, good morning, gentlemen. Cheerio, Eliza.
Yeah, what did he come for?
Say your vowels.
A-E-I-O-U.
Stop. A-E-I-O-U.
I know it's
It's no use explaining, Pickering. As a military man, you should know that. Drilling is what she needs. Now you leave her alone or she'll be turning to you to sympathy.
Very well then, but have a little patience with me.
Of course. Now say A.
You ain't got no art, you ain't.
A.
Hey!
I promise you, Eliza, you will have your vowels down by the day is out, or there will be no lunch, no dinner, and no chocolates.
Just you wait, Henry Higgins, just you wait. You'll be sorry, but your tears will be too late. You'll be broke and all that money, will I help you? Don't be funny, just you wait, Henry Higgins, just you wait. Just you wait, Henry Higgins, till you're sick. And your screams to fetch the doctor double quick. I'll be off a second later and go straight to the theater. Oh, ho, ho, Henry Higgins, just you wait. Ooh, Henry Higgins, when you wait until we're swimming in the sea. Ooh, Henry Higgins, and you get a cramp a little ways from me. When you yell you're gonna drown, and I'll get dressed and go to town. Oh ho ho, Henry Higgins, oh ho ho, Henry Higgins, just you wait. One day I'll be famous, I'll be proper and prim. Go to St. James, so often I will call it St. Jim. One evening the king will say, oh Liza, oh thing, I want all of England your praises to sing.
Next week on the 20th of May, I will claim Eliza Doolittle Day. And the people will celebrate the glory of you, and whatever you wish and what I gladly will do.
Thanks a lot, King, says I, in a manner well bred, but all I want is Henry Higgins' head.
Done!
Says the king with a stroke.
Guards brown and green in the globe.
Then they'll march you, Henry Higgins, to the wall, and the king will tell me
Liza's on the call.
as they raise their rifles higher, I'll shout, ready, aim, fire! Oh ho ho, Henry Higgins, down you'll go, Henry Higgins, just you wait.
All right, Eliza, say it again.
The Rhine in spine stays mainly in the plain.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
Didn't I say that?
No, you didn't say that. You didn't even say that. Now, every morning where you used to say your daily prayers, I want you to say, the rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain 50 times. You'll get much further with the Lord if you learn not to offend his ears. Now, with the H's. Pickering, this is going to be ghastly.
Control yourself, Higgins. Give the girl a chance. For Pete's sake, Higgins, it must be 3 o'clock in the morning. Do be reasonable. I got an headache.
I know your headaches. I know you're tired. But think of what you're trying to accomplish. Think of what you're dealing with. The majesty and grandeur of the English language. It's the greatest possession we ever had. The noblest thoughts that have ever flowed through the hearts of men are contained in its extraordinary, imaginative, and musical mixtures of sounds. And that's what you set out to conquer, Eliza. And conquer it, you will. Now, say it again.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
What was that?
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
By George, she's got it.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
By George, she's got it. By George, she's got it. Now once again, where does it rain?
On the plain, on the plain.
And where's that soggy plain?
In Spain, in Spain. The
Rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
In Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire,
Hurricanes hardly happen. How kind of you to let me come.
now once again, where does it rain?
On the plain, on the plain.
And where's that blasted plain?
In Spain, in Spain. The
Rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
The
Rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. We made fine progress. You know, I think it's time to try her out. I know, we'll take her to the races.
The race.
My mother's box at Ascot.
You'll consult your mother first, of course.
Yes, of course. No, I think it'd be best to surprise her.
All right, that's the end of Act 1, so we'll take about a 10-minute break for you to get some concessions, use the restroom, and we'll find out what happens to Eliza in a few minutes.